Well done, 3K race. We just said it's your first one since 2022.
Yeah.
How did you find it?
Quite a long way actually. I was honestly pretty relaxed up until maybe like 1800. I was like, it feels fine, but obviously normally in training you just carry on that pace. You then got to look ahead and go, oh, got to pass 8-9 guys, like got to go. So the prospect of running the last K similar-ish to what I've been doing my 1500s to start the season was a bit daunting, but I just had to dig in. And to be honest, Andy, my coach, he said before, he said the two things I'm looking for is one, you put yourself in it with a chance, and I literally ran as fast as I could. I couldn't have got any higher up. And two, he said he wants to see my grit come back and like my will to win, which even though I was only fighting for like 5th, 6th, 7th, we still had a really good race coming in. I felt like, yeah, come on, I've got this. So overwhelmingly positive, but the place that distance running's in now is in Britain. Is you come away with 5th, 6th, wherever I was, and you have to be happy. So, yeah.
How did you find it start to finish? I mean, quite a few big athletes in that, and I think Charlie Wheeler kind of took.
Yeah, like Charlie's really good at that. It's like when it comes off for him, he's amazing. Sometimes he's a bit sacrificial like that, but you know what? He went for it. He played to his strengths, which he's a 27:40 10k guy. He doesn't want to be waiting for a sprint finish, which I totally get. And then the difference in class between Mills, Westy, McCluskey, Adam compared to me is they could just go gradually close that gap up. I was kind of on the red line pretty early, but just coming back. It's my 3rd race back in 12 months since an unfortunate accident where I'm still getting my confidence back on the track anyway. So yeah, I feel like that's a good enough time for me to stop banging on about being injured now. It's like I'm back to a good level. I can just crack on type thing.
Well, I'm going to ask you to go into a bit more about that, about being injured. How has the last kind of year been? Obviously, your last indoor season last year, World Indoors, the injury.
It's a mix. Like, look, there's people that have recurring bone injuries where they might be back after 6 weeks, but if that happens 5 times in their career, they end up with so long off. Luckily for me, it was an accidental thing. I still have healthy tissue. They just have to sew it back together, take its time to heal. But then, in theory, other than fitness and confidence, there shouldn't be any extra things to worry about. Man, don't need to change my training, my nutrition, whatever. So I've had it good comparative to like people that are injured every year. That being said, Olympic year trajectory was going up. I was like, come on, really get the Olympic time this year. So once it happened, what are you going to do? Cry about it? You just got to crack on. Luckily, all my mates run amazing in the summer, so we weren't all crying together. It was like every week seeing them run well. And now hopefully this year they'll all be there when I'm running well, so yeah, it should work well.
And speaking of that, you know, we know your coaching set up with Andy and that big training group. How have they kind of helped you over the last year?
Oh, not even the last year, the last 5 weeks. I mean, I came back well, we had a camp in Fon in October. Then I got a bit of an injury and illness over Christmas, so I kind of went, not back to square one, but I was a bit of a low. And then I've just committed to going, right, I live a little bit further away from them, but I was like, every week, I'm going to go on a Saturday, I'm going to say to Andy, give me a version of their session, let me hold on for as long as I can. I don't need anything fancy. I call it fat camp, which is tongue-in-cheek. It's kind of like any fitness is good for me right now. I don't need to overthink it, complicate it, worry about splits. If I just have 5 weeks where every week I do a sensible session on a Wednesday, threshold, and Saturday I just go to the well. Then I'll get to this level, which is probably like a good baseline to now go, okay, let's be clever, how do we adapt, what do I need to work on? So yeah, they've helped me out massively. Like Rory ran what, 20... I didn't even run, he managed to do it faster today, did in 27:40. Scott ran 13:04 2 nights ago. I woke up at 4 a.m, accidentally saw my phone, couldn't get back to sleep about that. So, and then even in that race I had James Murray, who's our physio, and he can still comfortably run some 8. So
he's your physio?
Yeah, he helps us out with physio on camp. He'll come and do massages as well as training. And to have someone like that who's run 3:38 and 7:50 is not many faster physios in the UK, I don't think.
And you've run a PB here today. What's kind of next for you?
Oh, a rest, hopefully. Hopefully a rest. I'm actually moving. I've got loads of live stuff going on at the moment, like moving house, various bits and bobs, where I'm just hoping to have a month now where I can get my head down, train. Maybe do podium 5k as a bit of a longer one, suffer a bit more if that wasn't enough today. And then in April, May we'll go out to Font, and then it's track season hopefully. This year I really want to get on a Diamond League start line and tick that off. That's a big moment, you know. It's like I grew up watching football, it's like Champions League to play in that, so get some good races, and then look, everyone's going for 3:33 or whatever we need to run 3:32, so every race just go out and try and run that pretty much.